Hey folks, Mark Devine here with Mark's Daily Brief. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staring down that wolf and really coming through this thing smelling like a rose. I'm using a lot of metaphors, aren't I? And you gotta love that wolf behind me, man. He is badass. And I'm staring him down. You can see my nose over there. At any rate, staring down that wolf, man, that's a metaphor for staring down your fear, those things you fear the most. And the fear is generated by some conditioned pattern that you have. Yes, there's the raw abject fear that comes from fear of death or plunging from great height, with a malfunctioning parachute, for instance. That is going to bring up something more like terror. And human beings generally will have that experience, hardwired into us. But most of the fears that are running our lives right now are fears that come from conditioning. We're conditioned to think that everything's going to be the same. We're conditioned to think that we're in control of things that we're not in control of. We're conditioned to think that the government's going to take care of us. We're conditioned to think that our job will always be there or that our company will survive. That's a conditioned behavior or a pattern of thinking, none of which is true when you actually, start to peel away the layers of onion. So stare down the fear that comes from the false stories that you've been telling yourself. There's a lot of them, trust me. We call that your background of obviousness, or boo, because sometimes it sneaks up in you and scares you. And your boo is what you need to look at right now, because I bet it's leaking out all over the place. It is with us and our team, and we're dealing with it because it's just life. This is the greatest opportunity to stare down your wolf of fear and to get stronger by becoming emotionally more aware and more mature and more resilient as a result. But that's not what I want to talk about today. My friend Joe Stump once told me that there's two types of people in the world. There's winners and there's learners. And I was like, well, what happened to the losers? He goes, well, they're there too, but let's talk about the winners and the learners. Winners are people who are hyper competitive, and they have an attitude that their win is at the expense of someone else. It's the staunch individualistic mindset that has caused some great progress, but also at the expense of maybe the environment or one group of people over another. It's not sustainable. But the learners, they learn this. They may have started out as winners, but they learn that it's not sustainable, that there is a better way, that co-opetition is actually a better way. And when you're a learner, it doesn't mean you don't like to win. You do. You love to win, but you won't make it at the expense of another individual, another group of people, or the environment or humanity at large. You'll actually find a way to be a win-win winner. So there are winners and learners. And oftentimes I think the winners who win at the expense of other people are the losers. So consider that. Interesting. A couple cool lessons today. Winners and learners. Be a learner. And recognize that you might have some fear wolf issues that are percolating or bubbling up right now, and to stare those mothers down and deal with them, and you'll grow. Use this time for accelerated growth so you can come out of it stronger, better, faster, and more able to learn the right things so you can win. Hoo-yah. All right, my workout today, guess what? 200 burpees, 200 kettlebell swings, followed by 20 minutes yoga, followed by a 12-mile walk. So, there you have it. Good stuff. See you soon. Goodbye now.